people not only in Niger State but also.
Still a chance for Ian Robin. It's
let him shoot. No problem.
Good morning, beautiful people. Thanks for joining us today, 25th of May 2022. This morning, as always, we're going through the major headlines on Nigerian dailies. This morning, we'll begin with the Vanguard newspaper, and my name is Chidima Elve. On presidency, all eyes on Buhari as APC weighs option. Presidency, all eyes on Buhari as APC weighs option. Confusion over APC screening of presidential aspirants. Party chairs Adamu brief president. Aspirant testifies scramble for 2,340 delegates. 24 hours after APC again adjusts timetable. Voting money bags has disastrous consequences through Obasanjo's group cushions delegates. That's the major headline of the Vanguard newspaper, and the full story is on page 5 on the Vanguard. Below the major headline, we have a story, killing of Northerners, Nigerians no longer safe everywhere, state ACF. That's on page 8. EFCC arrests ex-Governor Okorocha, that's on page 11. NURTW crisis, court stop MC Oluomo, others from collecting union levies from non-members, that's on page 10, above the major headline. Below we have another major headline, terrorists killed over 72 in Borno, Katsina in 72 hours. Strike Vastis Polytechnic CEOs lecturers to get 334 billion naira minimum wage adjustment areas. That's coming from the federal government. Senate race Ibazo Otom Ogwanyu wins PDP ticket. Train attack will start killing abducted passengers in 7 days, says terrorists. That's all we can take from the Vanguard newspaper this morning, and that will take us to the next, the Guardian newspaper. On the Guardian newspaper, we have a major headline that says confusion. Primaries confusion trails Buhari's governor meeting as APC adjusts timetable. Primaries confusion trails Buhari governor's meeting as APC adjusts timetable. Suspense over consensus option as Jonathan Daura meets. Okorocha Tinubu distress, feel APC should reward him with presidency. Candidates with forged academic certificates, credentials will be persecuted, said INEC. That's the major headline on the Guardian newspaper this morning. Below we have a story that says 2023 General Abubakar kicks and gets zoning defend 1999 constitution. That's on page 6 on the Guardian this morning. Ariwa's youth wants out its governors of consequences over attack on Northerners. That's on page 3. I think that's all we can take from the Guardian newspaper this morning. The Nation newspaper has a major headline this morning that says tension in states over PDP APC governorship primaries. Tension in states over PDP APC governorship primaries. Rivers, Abia, Enugu, Taraba, Benue, Cross River, Akwa Ibom, Ogun, Delta, Kaduna, Kano are battlegrounds. Ruling parties take storm tomorrow with 145 aspirants. That's major headline on the Nation newspaper this morning. Above JAMB remits 27.2 billion naira in 5 years, says register. That's on page 3. Government to settle vastest Polytech teachers pay with 34 billion naira. That's on page 5. Big weeks win more PDP Senate tickets. That's on page 5 and 26 on the Nation newspaper this morning. And the next with me this morning is the Tribune newspaper. The Nigerian Tribune newspaper has a major headline that says killing of pregnant woman, 4 children in Anambra. Can Arewa group says things getting out of hand. Killing of pregnant woman, 4 children in Anambra. Can Arewa group says things getting out of hand. Boko Haram kills over 60 farmers in Borno. Bandits kill 12 in Katsina community. Terrorists force 25,000 maize farmers out of farm. killed 1,454 in Castina, Maize Farmers Association. That's the major headline on the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning, and you can get the full story on page 2 and 23. Above the major headline, IFDP committee to invest 25 billion US dollar for energy adoption in Africa. That's on page 6. On page 7, still on the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning, why Nigerian exporters lie about origin of export in UK, says NPA. CBN raises interest rate to 13% from 11.5%. Still above, EFCC shots fires tear gas, breaks doors to arrest Okorocha. That's on page 2. Governors meet today, court ruling on local government area financial autonomy may stop agenda. That's on page 5 on the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning. We have a side story, court order MC Oluomo others to stop collecting union levies. That's on page 5. Renewed court clash claims another 2 in Abeokuta. Still on the Nigerian Tribune, we have another major headline, 18 delegates to pick PDP's presidential candidates. Dino loses to Yusuf as Moro, Igbazo, Galadima, Kaita, Ishaku, Iborin daughter. Others win PDP senatorial ticket. Day Mayhem, FCTA arrest 15 suspects. That's on page 24 on the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning. On the Punch this morning, on the Punch we have a major headline on the Punch that says aggrieved APC governorship tickets. Aggrieved aspirants seek direct primary. Alleges governors hijack delegate list. APC governorship tickets. Aggrieved aspirants seek direct primary. Alleged governors hijack delegate list. Buhari meets governors, National Assembly leaderships. Party adjusts timetable 4 times. Abiodun in closed-door meeting with Adamu. Akinlade, others rise party leaders. That's the major headline on the Punch, and the full story is on page 2. Above, we have ASU, others get 34 billion naira wage arrears for 2019, says federal government. That's on page 30. On page 9, we have airfare must rise for domestic airlines to survive. That's coming from operators. Above, we have a man, FCCI, others kick as CBN raises lending rates to 13%. That's on page 19. On page 13, we have a story still on the Punch newspaper this morning. Jonathan meets Buhari's nephew, Maman Daura, amid presidential bid. Buhari backs Osibanjo on Daura removal. Vice President, not a religious bigot, as alleged, said Ajulo. That's on page 7. That will take us to the next paper this morning, the Daily Independent newspaper. The major headline that says 13.6 trillion naira pension AUM at risk on back of downturn job losses. 13.6 trillion naira pension AUM at risk on back of downturn job losses. That's the major headline on Daily Independent newspaper this morning. Above, we have a story. EFCC finally arrests Okorocha after 7-hour siege to hold. Terrorist attack in Castina leaves 12 persons dead. Terrorist attack in Castina leaves 12 persons dead. Below we have a side story. INEC ICPC to prosecute candidate with forged academic credentials. That's on page 7. Still on page 7, we have a story. Spain donates 4,400,000 doses of J&J COVID-19 vaccine to Nigeria. On JAM, remitted 27.2 billion naira to federal government covers from 2017 till date, says Olayode. That's on page 6. Still on the Daily Independent newspaper this morning. There is no religious killing in Anambra, government ceased. That's on page 7. Our CBN succumbs, raises interest rate to 13%, first in 6 years. That's all we can take from the Daily Independent. The last with me and not the least is the New Telegraph newspaper this morning. The New Telegraph has a major headline. That says drama gunshot as EFCC arrests Okorocha from jumping bail. Drama gunshot as EFCC arrests Okorocha for jumping bail. operative led siege to mansion for 9 hours. Allow me to attend the APC presidential screening, lawmaker appeals. That's on page 2. Above we have a story, everyone. Global tightening may trigger deadline in diaspora remittances. That's on page 2. On page 207, we have FBI forward terror plot to kill George W. Bush. ASU poly lecturers orders to get 34 billion naira minimum wages adjustment. That's on page 31 on the New Telegraph newspaper this morning. Power federal government considering alternative to national grid, said Osibanjo. Below we have a side story. Summit fake certificates go to jail. INEC wants politicians. Federal government approves A-level data bank to curb fake results. That's on page 3 and 31. Party primary Carlo unopposed. Dino loses ticket. Dixon grabs Bayelsa West. Ugwanyo wins Enugu North. That's on page 3 and 29. Wike dissolves cabinet, sacks chiefs of staff. That's on page 4. I'll still have another major headline. Perceive the targeted killings. No religious ethnic killings in Anambra, said Soludo. Says indigents have suffered more casualty in the state. As Arewa Youth warns out, its governor says nobody has monopoly of violence. Terrorists give federal government 7 days ultimatum on kidnapped train passengers. And that's all we have on the Gallery TV News. We prepare a review this morning. I'm Eleje Chidima. Do join us at 12. Thanks for watching.
Life of people not only in Niger State, but also
Still a chance for Ian Robin. It's
Let him shoot, let him shoot. No problem.
Nigeria about to exit second wave of COVID-19. Still on the headline
of nursing and midwifery to Edo State College Nursing Sciences as part
We could get